tigers and bears.
Oh my.
Like to start with, in honor of Femme Forward, a poem by Rita Dove called Canary. Billie Holiday's burned voice had as many shadows as lights, a mournful candelabra against a sleek piano. The gardenia, her signature under that ruined face. Now you're cooking, drummer to bass, magic spoon, magic needle. Take all day if you have to, with your mirror and your bracelet of song. Fact is, the invention of women under siege has been to sharpen love in the service of myth. If you can't be free, be a mystery. That was Canary by Rita Dove. Happy Women's History Month. Welcome to the Spit Dat residency with Woolly Mammoth Theater, and welcome back to Femme Forward. About a year ago, a little over a year ago, I think actually, we introduced the Femme Forward theme with our then new and burgeoning Spit Dat partnership with Woolly Mammoth Theater. And we were physically in the space, so this is pre-COVID, of course. And we had a lineup of fire, phenomenal films to take us forward. And so now, tonight, we hope to make this a better sequel than Coming to America had. No diss. So with that said, I want to introduce my brother, my homeboy, our co-host and family, Dwayne Lawson-Brown, aka Dwayne B, the Crochet Kingpin. What's up, Kingpin?
Bless up, bless up, bless up. What's good, Drew Tang? What's good, family? How are y'all doing? I'm overjoyed for tonight's both theme and our set. You know, it is a wonderful time to be able to celebrate the femme energy, the femme folks, and I'm so glad that it all aligned to be on International Women's Day, and so very fitting, very, very aligned, and very excited for tonight. Just as everything said earlier, we want everyone to show some love in both the Facebook chat as well as the Zoom chat. Feel free to use emojis. Feel free to, do the snaps and claps and all that stuff. Though you'll be muted, if you have your camera on, we'll see you snapping and clapping and we'll know that you're feeling the vibe. All right. That being said, I think we may be ready to get into our open mic. And so, our first open micer on the list, I need you to show some love for Soul Sighted. I don't know if Soul Sighted checked in, but I'm going to call Soul Sighted regardless. All right, we looking, we wondering, we're wondering. Okay. Cool. Look, well, I appreciate y'all using the emojis in the chat. Please show some love right now for Fat Boy Sean. Yes, indeed. Even in the digital universe, there's a way for Sean to show up and show out. Then I know one artist that is definitely here, and their name happens to be next on the list. I need y'all to show some love right now for Miss Attitude. Friend, you are muted, my friend.
Can you hear me now? Thank you. I have two poems for y'all. I'm a woman every day, not just today or this month, just like I was Black 365 last month for February. So with that said, I'm going to get right into my poem. And this is a poem for you men to think about and reflect upon. It's called, It's Just the Dick. It's just the dick. Don't get it twisted. Think it's you? No, it's the dick you attached to. He's the best, swings low, brings out the hoe, bends me over the top, cherry pop. You don't call, hardly text, but the sex. Gave Dick a name, he's who I claim, but what's your name? Who cares? As long as the general is here and you're willing to share. You think you're the man, you ain't. Your breath sometimes smells stank. You a little fat, you think you're all that. Please get some romance stat. Whose pussy is it? Mine, nigga. Just leave me alone and let the general pull the trigger. Lord, I wish I could take the general with me. Jesus, why you gave a general to a private, a man who ain't shit. I'm so mad I could spit thinking about this grinning dim wit. Oh, well, it is what it is, none of my biz, but so you're not confused, thinking it's you, it's not, it's the dick, the whole dick and nothing but the dick, no lie, no trick. So help me God, it's just the dick. Miss Attitude. And I have a second one if I could.
I feel like if I say no, there's going to be a sequel to that poem about me. So
well, there might be, but I won't do it today. I'm not that good. But I have one if anybody didn't like that poem. This one is called Bitch Bye. Bye, bitch, bye. Don't make me punch you in your eye. Don't make me grab you by your sleeve. Please don't make me pull out your weave. Go on, get on the double. Don't you see? I don't want no trouble. I'm a cool chick through and through, but you push my buttons, I'll hurt you. I'll drag you from pole to pole. You won't be good for street nor stroll. Let me go, leave me be, or I'll trash you from A to Z. You don't want no parts of me. Bye, bitch. Bye. Peace, Miss Attitude.
So much to unpack here. I just think perhaps I shall wait until I have processed it fully. And maybe
Process.
I'll be ready to unpack.
I come in peace.
The short answer is thank you for sharing that phenomenal
welcome.
performance, that indescribably indelible feminin-ergy. Yeah, just the kick-assery of it. So yes, all of the above. Less. I will continue on. Proceed. Continue to rock the mic.
You know, Drew, the lesson I learned in this moment is, one, sometimes it's just the dick.
It's just dick. That's one.
Sometimes it's just the dick. And then the other half is sometimes some folks need to be told bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
Bye.
There are words that I choose not to, I try my darndest not to use, you dig? Because that's not my word. You dig? And I think that's a lesson for us men folks to learn too. You dig? Sometimes it ain't our word, you know? So I just be like, bye.
Bye. Bye. Well, with that said, we want to thank Miss Attitude, and we want to say the opposite of bye, hello to our next performing artist on the open mic. And the name I'm seeing is TikTok You Don't Stop. As Color Me Bad once so colorfully said, TikTok You Don't Stop is a welcome member of our Spit Dat Academy, an upcoming instructor showing our academy academicians how it's done in the area of finding their voices. And we are excited to have her. And so please give it up for the Spit Dat Academy's own TikTok You Don't Stop.
Ooh, is TikTok not in the room quite yet? TikTok might have signed the list and was trying to figure out their logistics for getting in here. So we may need to move another artist in there.
So as the clock has tick-tocked past the point where TikTok would hit the spot, we must give it up for somebody who's always on, even when they're gone. Please give it up for Fat Boy Sean. Sir. Next, D-Town.
Well, Drew Tang, next up on the open mic list, I believe we have Jasmine Matthews. I need y'all to bang your hands together and show some love for Jasmine Matthews.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jasmine Matthews. I am a graduating senior from Bowie State University. My major is theater arts, concentration, acting, directing, and I have a minor in music. And my piece is a new one. It's titled Black Crown. Please enjoy. This is the crown, the Black crown I was born with. It's been a part of me ever since I can remember. Not too many people have a crown such as mine. Some people hate it and yet can't stop talking about it. I can't say that I blame them really. It's a beautiful shade of color, and with the right lighting, it even glows. Yes, I love my Black crown, worth all its weight in gold. However, some people don't want me to take pride in my Black crown. So because they can't have one for themselves, they want me to do away with mine. Tell me that it's worth nothing and it's doing me no good to keep it. Now, what a thing to say. Like I would believe such lies. But some have, and decided on filing down their crowns, turning them into something unrecognizable. What a shame. Well, they can go ahead and fall for that okie doke, but you missed me with that. See, the bronze goddess I came from knew the truth, and she made damn sure that I knew it too. My Black crown is priceless and is sought after for profit. Out here is hunting season, and everyone like me are the targets. I'm going to keep it close so that no one with ill intentions will come to disrupt my flow. Because I have the power and I'm ready to unlock those mysteries others have worked so hard to keep hidden from me. The word is out, and I'm going to spread it to all the bronze goddesses I can, that we won't be swayed in giving up our birthrights. As a proud bronze goddess, I make it my mission to ward off the non-Black crown holders by simply telling them that I will keep on wearing it, whether they like it or not. This is my Black crown. Don't tell me to do without it or away with it. Thank you.
Bless up.
Flame, fire, flame. Yes, Jasmine Matthews in the house telling us about the bronze crown. Thank you so much for sharing all of that energy, all of that fire. Dwayne, what you got?
Well, I was doing some reconnaissance work. Trying to do some logistic things while absorbing and receiving the crown that Jasmine was sharing. And I figured out what was happening. So we may have one of our Fat Boy Sean's coming back a little bit later. So yes. Very, very, very hype about that. Keeping the energy going, I am looking at, ooh, you know what time it may be? Y'all, well, one, show a whole lot of love for everybody that's hit the open mic so far, right? Just all the love for Jasmine, all the love for Miss Attitude, because their names were not, first and second. Well, one was second, but you know what I mean. So they had to be bumped up. So show them a whole lot of love. Secondly, I'm excited because I get to introduce our first feature. Now, when we talk about features, these are folks that were invited to share their energy, their art, their creative goodness, all of that, all the good energy based on who they are. Not even like just credentials and all that stuff, not like bio stuff, but based on their genuine, like, yo, you're like giving the right energy and your craft is like on point. So we celebrate you for that. But we also do the whole thing of reading the bio so that y'all know who's coming in front of y'all. So let me tell you a little bit about Tatiana. Born in Puerto Rico and raised in the mainland United States, Tatiana Figueroa Ramirez graduated with a BA in English Literature from University of Maryland, BC, and is a VNOA Voices alumna, having worked with Willie Perdomo and Denez Smith. Tatiana currently performs, facilitates workshops, and hosts events all around the DC area, having previously done so all across the United States and in the Dominican Republic in venues including New York University and the Kennedy Center. You can read her work in the Acentos Review, among other publications. Tatiana is the author of Coconut Curls y Café con Leche and the Despojo. I know Tatiana not only as a phenomenal poet who I've witnessed both perform in open mics, rock open mics, and then curate open mics. I have witnessed Tatiana as an amazing facilitator, working with young people, both digitally and physically all across the area. And so it is my pleasure, my joy to welcome this phenomenal artist and phenomenally well written and well performed creator who is about to take the stage. Please show some love right now for Tatiana Figueroa Ramirez.
Things my daughter must know. You are beautiful. Be your complexion a cluster of quartz, a cousin of liquid bronze, or pure ebony that flows into the garden of black gardenias kissing your skull. Each coily petal caresses your mind that must know you are beautiful. I'm sorry if you don't hear it enough. Know you were born into a world that thinks you too much, too smart, too bold, too revolutionary, a world too small to contain you. No governments exist that wish I did not have you. You, the daughter of an open sea blessed by Jemaja herself. You, the descendant of warriors. You, the child of your own pure being. You are beautiful. Know you are loved and deserve to be loved. You must know not everyone will love you. You will be called out of your name. You will be touched without your consent. Respect cannot be taught. You must know you don't deserve this. Know you are better than this. You will fight this. My baby girl, my blood runs through you. From the way you may think too much down to the point in your toe, you are my child. Know I was strong, death and I acquainted. Tears preserve sanity. Even in silence, I ran away into line breaks and metaphors. Escape if you must. You with the names Milka, Monserrate, Herminda, Evelyn, Mariana, spelling the smart words on your tongue, forming your fingers into fists in the air, pushing breath into laughter. Know those names were strong. They smile and survive through you. Know you are strong. I hope you don't have to be, but you must know you are strong. You, woman molded in Chango's fire with the force of Ochung's rushing rivers. You, a mother of tomorrow, resisting the restraints placed on you. You will move forward. Mija. But remember, Callejon Bosque, the concrete cradle where island nights rocked me to sleep with coquí lullabies. Don't forget El Caribe, where your ancestors built you a home. You must know our homes. You must know your homes. You, Boricua, with bomba beats pulsing through your chest and salsa rhythms rolling off of your hips. You, Caribeña, with boleros breathing through your gaze and merengue mixing into your scent. You, a dream thought impossible. You must know you are Puerto Rican. You must know you are Black. You must know you are loved. You must know you are strong. You must know you are smart. You must know you are fierce. You must know you are bold. You must know you are a revolution. My daughter, you must know you are beautiful. What's up, everybody? Thank you, Spit Dat, for this invite. Thank you, Woolly Mammoth Theater, for this space. Dwayne, that was a beautiful introduction. And I'm proud of you. You got my name right. You got the book names right. Hashtag you are doing better, Dwayne. So I am so excited to be here tonight. For those of you who don't know, back when I first started performing, Spit Dat was where I would go. Like we would be there till like midnight. My brother's over there all mad at me because On Deck keeps on coming up. But I'm like, yo, like I gotta practice. These are people, like it's a loving space, it's a warm space. And Droopy and Dwayne were there with me at the beginning, and now I'm featuring as Spit Dat. So it's like wild. This is my second time featuring as Spit Dat, but it's a beautiful thing that we could still do this in a virtual space. And y'all are in for a treat when it comes to Alexa. Like she's gonna kill it later on. I know that. So I'm very excited. And if you couldn't tell, all of my poems are going to be femme centered because we gotta celebrate our femmes today and every day. So yes. So that poem is called Things My Daughter Must Know, and it's from my first book, Coconut Curls y Café con Leche. And I'm gonna go ahead and read the ending poem from that book. Dear brown girls, you will be birthed into a world bleached too many times to understand you. You will repeat your regal names until they're said right. Native names too grounded to assimilate, too complete to miss a syllable. You will surprise. By being better at spelling, faster at math, you will send men into space. Invent what no one could, you will inspire. Masterpieces in art, gold faces on coins, little brown girls after you. Your hair is a garden, each seed planted by our mother, roots grow wild, blooms open full, natural flowers unique to you. Your tinted skin is armor, smooth to the touch like steel, it shines in the sun like gold, made thick against your pretty for sharpened words. Unapproved physical passes impenetrable skin. If you go missing, we will look for you. If your family gets taken, we will care for you. Situations normalized over centuries from slavery, segregation, and sex trafficking to prison systems and deportations, we will protect you. With each step away from impoverished, forgotten paths you have been given, we will cheer you on. With every porcelain smile you reflect on trophies, plaques, and wet ink, we will scream your name. Your strength is soulful, strutting through structures built to break you. Dear brown girls, we need you, sincerely. All right, all right, all right. How are we feeling so far? We good? I'm loving the energy. It's always a little strange doing these virtual because, you know, I'm sure you know, as artists, performing artists, we really feed off of the energy in the crowd. We like being in physical spaces, but this is a lively crowd. I like it. So it makes me feel like we're together. And shout out to everybody on Facebook too. So thank you for being with us tonight. I'm going to transition to my second book, Despojo, which Dwayne pronounced so beautifully. So this one actually came out. That was real. I'm serious. So this book actually came out last year, like right at the time of the pandemic, like April 1st type thing. So shout out to Flower Song Press who went ahead and published this for me. I'm going to read the opening piece. And it kind of is the title poem of the book. And yeah, I'll just let the poem speak for itself. Let me not talk too much. Despojo. Your chest heavy, absorbing molasses air, hands tremble. This energy is not yours. Anger and tears flood your body, category 5, inundated street veins and rivers, so you pray to Maria. Despojate. Let water blessed by the Virgin herself drench you, frigid, inhale cigar smoke fresh from La Habana. Feel heat from blue-orange flames at your feet. Santa Barbara's gala apple skin scarf cloaks you. Chant verses learned in church, harmonize with bronze bells ringing around you. Rose water fills atmosphere with morning dew light. Despojate. Imagine clouded demons pushed away and howling screams forgotten. Scrape pain from your body and wash sadness off of your sternum. Vibrations tremor to disappear. Cast this all far from you with intent. Deny permission for anything to return. Throw it to the fire, Django. Throw it to the water, Ochun. Throw it to the air, Obatala. Despojate. So, with that poem, you know, it's really talking about like spiritual cleansing and, you know, like taking care of yourself in that way. And I think that's something that femmes don't always have the opportunity to do. There's always a really heavy burden on femmes, particularly femmes of color, especially Black femmes. So, you know, I think it's really important to, you know, repeat to yourself and repeat to the people around you to maintain that good vibe energy around you. So that was really the premise of that poem, and really the whole book. The whole book really just goes, it's like a cleansing, you know, just letting go of that dead weight, that negative energy that really isn't serving you. So I'm going to read the closing poem, and then I'm going to move on to some new poems. Perfumes. It begins outside, in your backyard, or the trees down the road by the basketball court, usually in your grandmother's garden. You'll need lavender, roses, lilies, and mums to relax the strain stuck in the base of your neck, to perfume the space around your mind and calm your shiver, to purify open wounds from the permanence of scars. to ease your breath, allowing laughter to wake again. Think good thoughts. It moves inside, in your home or that of a loved one, under the veil of God's hand. It will always be in the kitchen. You'll need aged rum, boiling water, a caldero, and a vase. To preserve the sugar scents dancing through the liquid ripples, to steam clear clogged channels for positive energy, to contain the power brewing over the flame, to display the beauty of oblate blooms and blessed liquids. Think good thoughts. It grows deeper, in your hearts and in your spirits, in your valves, guiding the blood of ancestors through your body. You'll need memory, gratitude, humility, and purpose. To thank the blossoms for their sacrifice and gifts, to invoke protective beings feeding your fragrant caldo, to set your intentions for creating these waters, birthing a bouquet and cleansing yourself. Think good thoughts. So, my ladies, whenever you're going through something, just think those good thoughts, please. So I'm gonna transition to some new poems. We doing good all right so far? We good? Y'all want more? Is that cool? Okay, all right. Consent is always important to me, so if y'all don't like the poems, just let me know and I'll stop. All right. I'm just gonna jump into this one. We are deathless. Be us murdered, bloodied, bruised, breathless, bodies unmoving in a world too cruel for our sugar-coated touch. We be alive, dancing in a sky big enough to hold our wings open and unbothered. We are deathless. Be us tired, sore, sick, stressed, minds craving rest from carrying our children, partners, and ancestors over our shoulders. Inhale, because we be full of air, no short of the purity we bless this earth with. We are deathless. Be us disappeared, forgotten, forsaken, fallen, spirits lost, of a vessel to channel the power transitioned into the ethereal, evolved into energy, never killed. We are deathless. We be singing. Even after our lungs stop inflating, we be praying. Even after our whispers go silent, we be living. Even after our bones become dust, a holy ash mixing with the dirt of our mothers to nurse the deepest of roots, the strongest of stems, the brightest of blooms. A holy ash destined to be as deathless as the flowers painting funerals forever remembered by anyone they graze. We are deathless. Sisters tied by veins marked with a curse only the heavens promise. Us side by side, arms linked, tightening the knot only our strength knows, together cradling generations until the sun ceases to rise, forever flowing in and out of the corners in need of us. Through the incense, through the waters, through the candle flames. We are deathless, my beloveds. This world is lucky to have us. All right, so I'm working on a new project now, and all of the poems are either in honor of or in the voice of a woman who has passed, who has either personally influenced me or like influenced this society in some kind of way, right? So one of the people that I write about in this new project is my aunt. She passed away a year ago on Wednesday, so it's almost exactly to the year. And she was an English teacher. She lived in Puerto Rico her whole life, and she was one of the first people to support me when it came to my poetry. So this is for her. Llevas la procesión por dentro. I carry the procession within me. I carry the funeral within me. I mourn within. Estoy de luto. Even though you can't see it, I mourn for the woman named Life in Hebrew, yet whose life has ended. For the woman I knew as beautiful, but will never see again. My blood blackened, carrying sorrow not even ebony can hide. Veins and vessels slowly pumping up and down my body to ensure I'm not completely broken. Endless lines of darkened spirits hold each other as they make their way toward a beating drum, a prayerful rhythm, a weeping heart. In my chest, oxygen screams Evelyn's name as sangre cries thickened tears, searching for where else to flow. My corpse sees her corpse enveloped in a pink metal cocoon wrapped in flowers. She is gorgeous. Red roses, yellow sunflowers, white lilies, orange carnations, rainbow daisies, and my legs nearly collapse, yet I stand. The procession moves closer to her, and my nose remembers her perfume as a garden. My eyes remember her flesh as a garden. I feel as though it is just me and her in the cold room she sleeps in, and I just try to remember her as a garden. My mind replays the last time she sang to me a story, a laugh, a Dios te bendiga, and my sobbing forces a mimic of a sound. I live, she lives, and I think the roots, the grass, the flowers break free, even in the cemetery. Concrete cracked open by a forest of wildflowers that not even death can contain. So one thing that I think is really beautiful about poetry, I first started writing as a form of self-care, just taking care of myself. And then that expanded to, how can other people benefit from my words? And one of the things that I found is that we immortalize people and moments and memories through poetry. So that's really what I was trying to get at. Well, what I am trying to get at with this next project that I'm working on. But I'm going to end on this poem, and I do want to thank Droopy, Dwayne, Willie Van McTheater, all of the Spit Dat fam for having me here. I'm telling you, y'all are in for such a treat with Alexa, and I'm so excited to hear everybody else on the open mic. I mean, I miss this kind of energy. So thank you so much for listening to me. I'll end on this last poem that it is an after poem for Lucille Clifton. After, won't you celebrate with me? Dance by my side in honor of the ocean I breathe into. No? Primordial child, Baghdad baby with golden skin and breasts, who else could I have imagined? Created, standing on the river, reflecting universe and tierra, a palm cradling another palm. Dance by my side to remember death and I have met, yet I am still alive. Peace, y'all.
Yes, 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 yes. Y'all, show some love for Tatiana, y'all. Tatiana, thank you so much. I've been showing and leading and talking over in the Facebook chat, but like you awoke in our spirits, and there are folks that are really over there showing a whole lot of love and are moved by what you were sharing. I imagine there may also be some family in there as well. So there's a lot of appreciation and a lot of love that's being shared right now. You took us on a journey, and so thank you for bringing us along on that journey.
If I may, D-Town.
Go for it, Drew.
First of all, I don't have to say how amazing and empowering and inspiring that was. You gave us all the feminine energy, just what we would expect from a feature of Tatiana's. And since in your last poem, you, I believe, referenced my favorite Lucille Clifton poem, I would like to read it, if that's cool. Won't you celebrate with me what I have shaped into a kind of life? I had no model. Born in Babylon, both non-white and woman, what did I see to be except myself? I made it up here on this bridge between starshine and clay, my one hand holding tight my other hand. Come, celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. Lucille. Tatiana Figueroa Ramirez, people will be reading from your book, Despojo, the way that we now read Lucille Clifton. So I'm happy to be able to say that we were here when such work was being shared with the people in the live space. Word, Femme forward, let's do this. Let us continue the celebration. Come celebrate with us. Let's do this thing.
Yes, indeed.
Further, you want to share before we return to the open mic?
Actually, yes, I will share. And so, keeping in the theme of Femme forward, I wanted to share some work from a good friend of ours, Spit Dat family member, and playwright who is working on a musical that'll, like someday get Tonys and stuff. This is Because I Was Not Meant to Survive by Jenny Lares from the collection Lemons and Potpourri. Because I was not meant to survive. My skin became a little too brown for you. My mind a little too quick for you. My tongue a little too sharp for you. My very being a threat to you. So you label me aggressive when I'm just blunt. Question and scrutinize my actions twice more than the man or white woman next to me. Applaud that I can speak English so well, yet expect me to be cleaning toilets where you dwell. So you think that I welcome your advances, because all Asian women dream of whiteness. You say I'm a different breed of Asian, of woman, not quiet, timid, and shy, because I speak my mind with an attitude. That got you intimidated and tongue-tied. You feel entitled to put me in my place, laugh in my face, but it's you who's misplaced, taking credit where credit's not deserved for labor these hands created, while yours disassociated the recognition that is rightfully mine. Never forget this life built on the backs of immigrant women who were never meant to thrive. So check it next time you ask me to take notes and disregard my thoughts, take up all the space. I ain't here to build your showcase. Don't dare displace me with the sidelines, because my dignity I'll never resign. Now, my mind's a little too quick for you. My tongue a little too sharp for you. My very existence a threat to you, but get this and get this right. I was never meant to survive, yet here I am, ready to kick your ass anytime, so don't fuck with me. Jenny Lares, Lemons and Potpourri. I don't even know if she still sells this, but I'm just grateful for writers telling their truths. And so, we're gonna bounce back into this open mic. If y'all are ready for open mic, send some emojis, send some chats, send some vibey sort of stuffs all into all of that. Okay, I see stuff. I see it's amazing. It's a cascade of emotion and vibe all throughout the chat. I need y'all to bang your hands together right now and show some love for, again, reintroducing Spit Dat Academy facilitator. Please show some love for TikTok. You don't stop.
Hello, people. How y'all doing this evening? Thank you. Y'all are absolutely beautiful. Excuse, me come from my bed. However, I'm in some pain, but I'm about to go ahead and kick off this new shit for y'all, because why? It's International Women's Day. I'm still feeling my Cheerios, still look good, and we gonna do this shit, okay? All right. I am a Black woman. Strong, confident, and sexy. Come get all this sickness and curse for days, getting it from my mama, and her mama. Then on this ancestral magic courses through my veins. These blessings run through my genes. This greatness is heaven sent. I am the generational curse breaker. Will no longer be humble or shrink myself down to make you feel more comfortable. You can't make a square fit into a circle, so stop trying to force me into boxes because I was born to stand out. I am a Black woman, discovered stolen treasure, valuable until I ain't valuable, then I am again. A redundant cycle, oh honey, the price been up since you trapped us in nets. Forced us into chains to endure the journey west. Raped us and sold our children. Forced us to breed in order to build this land of the free. Lynched us for your entertainment. Paraded your lies as Christians when you perform your acts of blasphemy. Burning crosses to instill fear inside me. Believing your lies are separate but equal the continuation of your bigotry. Stealing more and more what y'all ain't got. Our blood, our bodies, our work, our color, our culture. You don't even celebrate our beauty on us and call it us everything but a child of God, but slap some greasy blonde hair on it, then make it trendy. Spending everything you have so desperate to look like this, honey. If you ain't realized by now, I am priceless. I am a Black woman doing it for myself, my family, my friends, my peers, my community, arising in this perfect shade of sun-kissed melanin, taking up space and doing the damn thing, speaking loudly because that's the only way you seem to hear me, always bobbing my head and moving my feet to a beat you can never truly get hip to, snapping my fingers because I'm in tune with the earth's rhythm, rolling my eyes. I'm cool like that, and because I'm motherfucking balding, moving swiftly and about my money because I am the revolution. You see, I am a Black woman waking up every day in this country that tells me I'm not meant to be here, that I don't matter until I matter in ways that don't count. I am me, I am her, I am she, and y'all wouldn't be nothing without we. Without us, without me, no more masquerading. Come catch this fire, cause you gonna get all this real fire today, honey. You gonna get all this realness today because I, as a Black woman, I am tired. I'm tired of overcoming and climbing these mountains that's higher than Everest. You see, if you didn't know, you need to come correct when you step to me because you are in presence of royalty. You are in the presence of one of God's chosen ones, his masterpiece. And if I didn't tell y'all by now, didn't you know that I am the eighth wonder of the world that y'all like to secretly and silently enjoy? I'm the mystery that you don't care to solve until it's time to be your test tube dummy. I'm the sugar, the honey, all up in that damn tea. I am the moon that pushes the waves to shore. I am the sun shining through your window panes. I am the holy grail of trophies. I am even the air in your lungs and the water in your veins. You see, I am a Black woman, ever present and evermore. I am everlasting joy, easy like a Sunday morning, embracing my femininity. Sitting comfortably in my sexuality, knowing that I am worth more than my body. This kitty is mine and I hold the power. This body is mine and I am the authority. You see, I am the Black woman. I am the move and I am the spectrum of all moods. No, don't misconstrue what I say. Put words in my mouth and close my lips. Yet you still can't seem to add justice to your plate. You see, I am the timeless fashion you fail at trying to duplicate. I am equations and algorithms, a conundrum of delicacies. Depth deep as the darkest part of the ocean. You see, I am a Black woman. I am human with a brain, a heart, 10 fingers and toes, blue underneath until it's red. I feel too pain just like you. Believe it or not, why, yes, I do. This pain is real. It's authentic. No, it's not in my imaginations. I ain't the goddamn Temptations. So don't you try and tell me that I don't mean anything, that I'm just making it all up. No, it's not just coming in here trying to receive some pain pills. My pain is physical, it's emotional, it's mental, and it's motherfucking real. It requires maintenance and attendance too. You see, I'm a Black woman. I am beauty and brains, style and grace, fierce and fabulous, ambition filled with boss traits. I am thought-provoking and breathtaking. I am my ancestors' dreams come true. I am proof that prayers do get answered. I am the epitome of God's glory and his good works because I am legendary. I am her story, and I am a Black woman. That's that new shit.
Yes, it is. Yes, you are. And the world is a better place for it. So thank you for sharing all of that Black woman energy, that feminine-ergy. And I look forward to all of that being painted all over Spit Dat Academy when you come through and bless our session on voice. So yes, as advertised, Spit Dat family, Spit Dat residency family, woolly mammoths, look what you're getting with the Femme Forward sequel. I mean, and as was said previously, this is something that we should celebrate every day because none of us would be here, not just literally, biologically speaking, but also spiritually. None of us would be here without these strong, amazing, powerful, beautiful, brilliant women in our lives. They've made us better, they've made the world better, and they will continue to, in any change, any growth, any improvement that happens in the world with the challenges that we face will rely on, even if it doesn't fully credit women. Hopefully we move to a place where the credit piece is addressed. But in the meantime, let's start with this celebration. As Lucille Clifton said, come celebrate with us. So with that said, if I'm not mistaken, the last artist on our open mic list is Kimberly J. So, and I see, yeah, okay, there she is.
I am here.
give it
I
up.
am here.
Spit That family for Kimberly J.
Woo!
Hello, everyone. So I'm learning how to use a green screen today. I think I got it. This is new for me, but I have to figure this out before I do this presentation on Wednesday. All right, so thank you. So this first piece, it actually just dropped in Hawaii Review, volume number 91. So the thing about being published, right, is that you submit stuff and it could be like a year or two before it goes from being accepted or when you submit to actually coming out, right? And so I submitted this under an old publishing name when life circumstances were different. Like at the time I had a book that was coming out that never came out actually. And so it's there if you find it. It is under my old publishing name, which is Kiza. And so here it is. I can now actually read this out loud. So this is called #Some Lives Matter. I forgot this microphone is. Can y'all actually hear me? Okay. Okay. These broken bones yearn for skin scraped from it, ripped until ready for sacrifice upon the altar of your arrogance, wages for the war to conquer burning crosses only, to crown yourself in flames of judgment. Cloak yourself in chalk, but hate the outlines that it leaves. You speak of pharaohs and Nubian queens, but hate the women whose shoulders you stand on to see the promised land distraught. You cannot find beautiful in those things that complicate. You cannot find love in things that do not mirror your image. You hate knowledge, but launch feigned wisdom from your tongue does not land as pearls hit targets. Beaten mounds of lives that don't matter, impress upon me that I don't belong. Builds community with rocks while stoning those within it. Uses our blood to fill in the cracks, our flesh to hold it together, our heads as mounts on your wall, our vaginas as happy places devout of your emotion confused. My spine, too problematic for his vision of this new Zion, my larynx, doesn't fit into his new world order. My body, full of Jezebels, Liliths, and Sarah Bartmans, he wants sliced into 1,000 pieces, each less worthy than the last. He wants to mill these pieces of me into something more palatable, like submission, like Stepford, like wives who don't matter. He wants to apologize for being God's mistake, for stealing a rib he never owned, to apologize for tempting him with something I never offered. He loves vagina, but hates the woman that is attached to it. The spaces and his teeth capture the shrapnel that explode from his being, massage his lips, spew his blood before continuing into this Black woman's space. Black girl magic is at battle with Black hotep arrogance. Black women's lives hurt just as much as other lives do, probably more, as lives they say don't matter bleed pain and rejection. He says that all of this within me is a mistake, wants me to ascribe to a Bible molded into his image, ignores the entire New Testament, doesn't believe in Christianity, conforms to a life that's worth mattering, silence, forget beauty, he says. Wants to break my spirit, to hang from the burning ox he wears on his sleeve, squeaks out silence, begets safety. He asks, isn't safety beautiful? I wonder how many women who wear fists as eyeglasses find safety in silence. For all the Black women I carry into battle with me, the women who only want to be loved as they love, we war until our spirits are whole again. We take in air with half a lung because the other is needed for our families to breathe deranged. We cannot be as if it means to be extinguished flame. We burn bright, we light the sky. When there is only darkness to lead us, we stand on our own shoulders, unite our flames and burn this battlefield down until arrogance dies and all that remains are bloodstains that we will not be cleaning up. That is the end of that piece. And this is another one that is very short. It is called Exhaustion. But another Black body dead. Another season. American Horror Story, Black bodies versus blue cops, graveyard edition. Another Black man shot, riots, marches, movements, anger. Our signs have yet to collect dust. Another Black woman shot, thousands of t-shirts sold. Hashtags, amnesia. Black bodies forgive white hatred. Black women forgive society's neglect. No one dusts off their protest sign minds. Don't sit long, I grab them to protest this shit again. And that is in peace. I think I hit my time. Thank you very much for giving me this space. I really do appreciate y'all.
Kimberly.
Thank you, Kimberly J. Happy Women's Appreciation Day. Happy Women's History Month. And thank you for sharing your poetry and your brilliance and that powerful message with us. Word, word. All right. Well, with that, family, y'all know what time it is. It is time for our second and last Femme Forward feature. And I now have the pleasure of introducing my friend and colleague, one Alexa Patrick. So if I may commence with the festivities, I will first read the bio. Alexa Patrick is a singer and poet from Connecticut. Alexa is a Cave Canem Fellow and 2019 head coach of the DC Youth Slam team. She has held teaching positions through Spit Dat, the University of the District of Columbia, and the Center for Creative Youth at Wesleyan University. She has also coached the slam teams of American University and George Washington University for the College Union Poetry Slam Invitational, also known as CUPSI. Alexa is an open mic host in Busboys and Poets, and has performed at the Schomburg Center and the Kennedy Center, where she opened for R&B artist Maxwell. You may find Alexa's work published in journals including the Quarry, CRWN Magazine, and the BreakBeat Poets, Volume 2, Black Girl Magic. I have had the pleasure of knowing this young lady for a few years, and she brings so much positivity, presence, poise, patience, and so many other P words into this space. Into any space she enters, whether it's featuring, whether it's hosting, whether it's coaching and curating as a writing and performance mentor. She has coached me in the work that we do through Shout Mouse Press, helping young Black boys get ready to publish a novel, a book of short stories, Black Boys Dreaming. And, you know, there are times when I, with my mentees, get a little lost and confused and frustrated and like, what in the world's going on? And when the house is on fire, it's always good to have the solvent that is Alexa, that eye in a storm, that just positive force who just brings everything into perspective. And it's like, I don't think I know what an upset Alexa looks like, or maybe I do, and it's just so not upsetting in the conventional sense, that maybe it's just this sort of super zen that I have yet to master. But I think that some of that mastery will be shared through this feature. So without further ado, please give it up for my friend, our colleague in our cherished Femme Forward feature, Alexa Patrick.
Wow, thank you. Oh my, what do I do with myself? My cheeks are just like, they're just like this. They're gonna be stuck like this forever. Wonderful. Thank you so much for such a beautiful introduction. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you so much, Tatiana, for opening the features like that. How dare you? Like, I want to hug you, and I'm also like kind of mad at you because I'm like, you're gonna be that dope. You're just gonna be that dope. And we're not gonna, okay, cool. So I'm super happy to be here. Let's just jump into the thing. I think I wanna start with a piece that was published in the BreakBeat Poets Volume 2, Black Girl Magic. It was edited by Mahogany L. Brown, Idrissa Simmons, and Jamila Woods. It is a collection of just super dope Black poets, and I'm super honored to have a piece in there. So this piece is called Waiting, Ode to an Almost First Kiss. He was one of the only Black boys in school. Older, an athlete. I, 17, unkissed and waiting. On the beach, and now a better time than ever, to learn what my friends had been telling me about for years. We watched waves spill onto the sand drink its clumsy offering. My wanting making a mouth out of everything, even the moon laughed at us, two kids whose skin mimicked its sky. He fumbled with the moment, heavy enough to create a tide, and then broke as he told me he preferred the light shore of my friend's skin instead. I waited as my disappointment was swallowed by ocean. He was not the first or only boy to leave me buoyed. The one before him was an anonymous Valentine, and with no lighthouse to guide me, I spent my freshman year guessing his name. The one after him was a dark corner at a party. He touched me on purpose, but then walked by me in hallways without saying a word, I unable to look at him without tasting salt. For a Black girl in my town, you learn the worth of your body by the number of boys that wanted you but then didn't ask you out. Your color clandestine, unworthy of public sparkle, the kind that dances on the surface of the sound. For a Black girl in my town, you dance on your own. Shame your body for wanting anyone to touch you, validate you, your dignity and humanity, colliding horizons that create sharp reflections of yourself. All I ever wanted was to look in the mirror and be soft. Even glass thrown into the sea takes 30 years to be beautiful, but for me, waiting to be wanted, no more righteous in giving up all my edges to undeserving hands. With this boy, I was happy just to have hands that looked like my own. Maybe then his more willing to hold on, though still, and like always, the ocean releases, and I wonder what moon these boys were slaves to that they kept spitting me out. What shattered images of themselves did they see as its light burned their surface, and how bright that it blinded them as I disappeared inside of my own dark, too Black to shine, too Black to move a body, pull it in close. I learned Black girls aren't worth the gravity to overwhelm a heart. Even if the boy's skin too beats hard sky, forgetting me makes him feel mighty, an ocean, and I drowned without ever touching him. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I say this whenever I do this piece because I understand it's sad, it's depressing or whatever, but the dude did slide into my DMs 4 years after the fact. And so like it has like a little win. It has a little win because I'm like, not you. Anyway, I explore a lot in my pieces the necessity for Black women to be loved publicly, not just behind closed doors, not just them being the object of desire, but to be the object of affection, to be truly, truly loved. And so I kind of go back and forth between that. So this next piece is called Ode to the Hickey. Some call it childish, result of clumsy, eager, not watching your mouth or its mess, a silent come here, finishing in a loud, deep purple. When it is honest, it is all breath and spit, and now, the blood beneath the surface whispering a sweet nothing. A smaller me might have worn scarves in summer just to hide what my skin wanted when boys thought me too Black to bloom a bruise. Now no material compares to the silk of a proud lover who claims me, shouts against my neck a panting hue, a pendant to proximity. I trace the edges in my mirror, thank all the boys whose secret I was, my grown self gladly trading shame for public side eyes, wolf whistles wrapped like garments around my throat. There we go. Ode to the Hickey. You know, Ode to the Hickey, that's an interesting poem to do when your mom's in the audience. Hey, Mom. Sorry. Yeah, she's just like, oh, yikes, my baby. Speaking of mothers, I think I'm gonna do this poem for her. I also, like Tatiana, decided to do a lineup of pieces that are just odes to women, to dope women in my circles, in my family. And this piece is about my mother. Sorry, Mom, love you though. It's called My Mother Once Flattened My Father's Tires. Because my father kept driving on the grass after my mother told him not to, and it only a few months after the divorce finalized, she, anticipating his disobedience with a puncturing joy, delicately placed 11 nails on the barren area and awaited his return. I still hear the rusted words crowd the rental car, swell enough to drown Stevie Wonder's A Time to Love cooing in the background. I knew the Toys R Us sprees, the large pizzas, had deeper roots yet to surface, each feeling more apology than play. My father's face cracked like a drought, the lack of sleep, something running him over. My mother was just fine. Wanted my father gone, but the lawn to keep the flowers he planted. Bulbs nodded, stubborn fists refusing to sprout or take direction. My mother took consequence into her hands, tilled it with green thumbs, tells the story to this day behind laughter. My father drove us back after 2 days at the Sheridan, after swimming pools, movies, a small vacation from a home to which he never fully returns. Every time he does, my brother and I grow taller, like weeds, he says, mourning what he can no longer tend to, has only half of, a garden of grief pressed at his skin again. He dropped us off, ran over the grass, backed out of his once driveway. Shaking her head, my mother watched him try to re-sow what power he had, then leave, confident, like she wouldn't eventually make her point. Shout out to the Black women in my family who have taught me all the different ways to kind of enact your own revolutions. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. My mom's probably cringing. I'm so sorry. This is a new piece. Another ode to a Black woman. It is for my grandma Dorothy. It's a guzzle, if you know the form. Guzzle for Dorothy's heart. White houses cleaned in Westport, sturdy cement spine, grandmother. 9 children, 3 bedrooms, no space for crying, grandmother. Boyfriend's knuckles after dinner, plate lick, pucker, brine, grandmother. 12, dad ran to the station, no shoes, please confine him, grandmother. Sunday coconut cake, church, Kool-Aid, we find, grandmother. Fat swallowed by her heart, soft like a landmine, grandmother. Hospital bed and family respects make death a punchline, grandmother. Never shared secret recipes, tough, foot leather, flatline, grandmother. I do bad all by myself, a bluff, I learned your rind, grandmother. Cool. All right. Y'all still feeling good? I know I've been just like reading these poems. I want to make sure I'm going to look at your faces and make sure that you're cool. Okay, cool. Word. Let's see. Another thing that I'm trying to do, I was told once by a teacher of mine that when I write a lot about dudes, and I tend to have these little leaks of compassion in there for them, even though I'm talking about like terrible things that they've done. He's like, you just have these little leaks of compassion, like a little faucet. And so I'm also trying to lean a little bit into my anger. I don't know if it's working. I do smile all the time. It's not as convincing. It's that Connecticut in me. I'm like, ugh. Whatever. We're gonna try. This piece is called Vigilante. In the war against me, I am the fortress, cold, standing. Around me, a moat that is also me, running circles and licking dirt, cannons flying from the roof, black as me, exploding like me, clapping through the air. In the war, the nights are me and the nights are me, riding their strong, tired horses, whose hooves arpeggio the mud, creating a song that is me. My dance card is full. Soldiers keep coming to offer their gentle hands. Men who live in my buildings, whose daughters went to my school, whose daughter I am, who are 20 years my senior, who aren't men yet, who have signed my checks, who against metro stations line themselves like artillery and whistle clean as exit wounds. Of course my humanity has hollowed. Mercy burned down with all the other small towns. The smoke, yeah, that's me too. That's that piece. I'm trying to be mean, y'all. Ugh. I can't, Drew, I do wonder if you've ever seen me mad. I don't know, I think like my default face whenever I'm feeling things is this. So I don't. It's like I'm trying to express myself. I don't know if it's working. And I'm seeing the chat. Thanks for the love, y'all. Also, let me make sure that I'm like not doing. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right, we're doing the thing. I think I have 2 more pieces and then I'm gonna get out of here. So this next piece is, again, like Tatiana, you're inspiring me today, is an ode to not just one auntie, but 5 aunties and my grandmother. And I'm here for auntie poems. I love aunties. So this piece is called Sugar. Gathered like sunflowers at the breakfast table, 6 sisters share a midnight. Wash down 7-Up cake with the kind of laughter reminding you they are in the choir, bells in their throats like hallelujah, the sweetest thing. This before their hands cracked from prayer and spanking babies, when they pinch blood into their cheeks, fix the lipstick, gracefully announcing the small mole they all kept at the corner of their mouths, so pretty, even their sharpest words were frosted. I come from sugar, the way a hymn comes from grief or praise. I have so many ways to return. Grease my scalp with the same oil I use for pans and find myself in a Pittsburgh kitchen. Forget everyone's name and weep because I love them. Dream of pistols under pillows. Wake up bitter about husbands I don't yet have. Every morning rises a manicured finger pointing home. Geraldine went first, winked at my mother from the casket. Willa passed on her 102nd birthday. They all know how to make an exit, make us mourn in confection. Grace not dead, heirloomed, like beauty mark or recipe there even in the cavities left behind. Their stories coat my teeth until I too am beside them, never alone or lost, just alive, with their names trailing like crumbs to God. Thanks, y'all. Thank you. Shout out to the aunties. Oh, we love aunties. They're just like, they're spicier than parents. You know what I mean? They're just like, and parents are great. Mom, I love you. But like just a little spicier. They tell you the things that your parents won't tell you. They're like, hey, you know this? You know what I mean? They pull you aside. They just, yeah. Anyway. Thank you all so much for rocking with me this evening, for listening, for just being a warm place for my poems to land. Please keep in touch with me on the social media. Hit me up. Let's be friends. Okay. So this last piece, it is called On Disappearing. My people vanish from their own vanishing. Anomalies this American earth swallows, then blooms. We, a constant spring, thaw what tried to take us. Look, the men who gather clap their hands to go-go and embers leap from their palms just to emphasize the point. Signal the choir for when one don't show up. The matches of their fingers strike lighting memories like Lucy's. And this is what I excavate in the minute it takes to walk by. I still smelling like the small town I came from, staring the way my mother taught me not to, but they all Ralph's sweat and father's shoulders. Certainly, their mamas worked alongside their mamas. Certainly, I've sat next to their sons on the train. Certainly, they are my cousins, kissing teeth at falling buildings, pouring liquor for fallen people, buried only to grow into our own faces. My people, stubborn, die soon and become heirlooms. Our legacies screaming like streetlights, tell you to go home the same way they tell you to come here and there. Saltwater, summer tar, slow dance, Bible verse, birthmark, bad temper, flat tire, flat line, funeral feast, sunflowers, opening wide like a fire. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you, Tatiana. Thank you, audience. Have a good night.
Yo, tonight has been a night of amazing honesty and writing and femme energy and just great energy. Just show some love right now, y'all, for Alexa Patrick. I don't know why that happened. I don't know why that happened.
Because she's electrifying.
It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Electra, I will take it.
It's because maybe it's because the mouth is trying to say both names at the same time. It's just like that. But either way, Alexa, amazing. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Maybe it's because she renders us all into daredevils, where all of our senses are enhanced through her poetry. And the devil loved him some Electra.
You better be a poet and a geek.
Yeah, that part. You dig? But
Let's
as
go.
advertised, Femme Forward, Tatiana Figueroa Ramirez, Alexa Patrick, and we have had the honor of being invoked upon by the spells of these sage sorceresses. And they making me already look forward to the next Femme Forward and already look forward to the opportunity to experience more of their poetry. In the chat, I have dropped a link for the BreakBeat Poets Volume 2 book that Alexa's piece is featured in, the one that was edited by Mahogany Brown. All right. And all right, Black Girl Magic. I'm sorry, I was thinking of your bio. No, that is it though. That's BreakBeats Volume 2, right? BreakBeat Poets Volume 2, Black Girl Magic, boom, the one that she is so masterfully Vanna Whiting or Vanna Blacking up in this space. We also have the link in the chat for Despojo. I hope I said that right. All right, Dispossessed, the book by our first feature, Tatiana. And so you have, you got all types of social media and different ways to access them, to tip them out through Venmo or Cash App. All that information is up in the chat. So dig in, dive in, treat yourself, and celebrate with us our awesome, astounding, brilliant, beautiful features.
And same thing goes over in the Facebook. All of that information is over there as well. So definitely my Facebook folks who I've been enjoying chatting with over on this side, feel free to put that to use as well and support our features. And
Mama Clemens, we would like to thank you for gifting us with the Alexa and for all of the wonderment that she has given to us, not only tonight, but throughout the time that we have known her. Yes.
Yes,
and
indeed.
if Tatiana's mom is around here somewhere, or spiritually, thank you for giving us the one known as Tatiana, who blessed us with all of that wonderfulness. You dig? So,
Yes.
Dwayne, anything further?
Nah, I think we may be ready. Do you have anything further, Drew Tang?
I don't, except to say thank you all for coming through tonight.